Takumba Park here in Nosori. This is the battle of the undefeated. This is between Tailevu and, of course, last year's champions Nadroga. Man in control this afternoon is none other than James Mbolambiu. Notable exclusions, of course, from the Tailevu side, Katunimbao and Nakarawa, who are currently with the Flying Fijians. Tailevu will defend the airport end of Ratu Takumba Park, and of course, Nadroga will defend the town end. As we wait for Amani Mbosenawai to start the game from center field, Amani Mbosenawai, of course, was playing for Rewa in last year's competition. High it goes, waiting for it at the back. Is the Nadroga halfback at Tunimbula. Tunimbula gives it back, and they've opted to go for the touchline and finding a touch. The Nadroga Brigade a meter into Tailevu's territory, and the throw-in will take place on the broadcast touchline. This is what we've been waiting for, the battle of the undefeated. The two sides, Nadroga and Tailevu. Tailevu, of course, was at the bottom of last year's ladder, and they've done tremendously well. In it goes, and taken by Tailevu, span out wide now to Amani Mbosenawai. Amani Mbosenawai from his own 10-meter line, finding meters up the ground, and he's been taken in a choke tackle. What will the referee say? Will he blow it up? He says yes. Nadroga has won that, and it's going to be a scrummage for the Nadroga side, 5 meters into Tailevu territory. At props for the Nadroga, we have Ravai and Alferetti the Wanimbuka. And of course, you can see the notable exclusion of Somoda. As we wait for Etuniambula to put the ball into the scrummage situation. And it goes, playing at number 8 is Ase Limboko, spins it out wide, and at the back, what has the referee said? It's an early push probably by the Tailevu Brigade. It's going to be interesting to see the tactics that these two teams will engage. Definitely the Tailevu Brigade would love to put the ball and keep it amongst the forwards. And of course, the Nadroga Brigade would love to distribute it out wide. And they've gone for the touchline and finding touch 3 meters out from Tailevu 22-meter line, still on broadcast touchline. As we wait for Ratu Seru to throw it in, taken nicely there by the Nadroga forwards. They're trying their very best to cross the Tailevu 22, and it is still, and it's taken at the back there by Aliferetti, and it's been bundled out of the field of play. And what has the referee said? It was knocked forward prior to Aliferetti being bundled out, so it's going to be a scrummage. Scrummage it will be to the Tailevu side. Defensive scrummage it will be right on their own 22-meter line. And approx 7 out from the broadcast touchline. As we wait for the referees crouch call, down they go, and it is going to be Henry Seniloli to feed the ball into the scrummage. Wonderful breeze coming from the southeast, and it goes to Mbosenawai. Seems they have dropped the ball, and the referee said it was dropped backwards, and it's still with the Tailevu side. They're trying desperately to take the ball into the ground, but again, once again, they've been caught in a choke tackle situation, and it's going to be a scrummage to the Nadroga Brigade once again. Scrummage it will be, attacking scrummage it will be to the Nadroga Brigade, and that will be approximately 12 out from the Tailevu try line and 8 out from the right hand upright. Down they go, waiting for the engagement call. Etuniambula to feed the ball into the scrummage situation. A wonderful control there at the back by Ase Limboko. Gives it out wide. It's still with he's decided to give it to Aprosa. Aprosa is taken 5 meters out from Tailevu try line. Spins it out wide once again to Ratunaisa. Ratunaisa, this lovely general, starting to show his caliber once again. Distributed out wide now to Rupeni Nasinga, vice captain for Nadroga. 7 out from the Tailevu try line, and the referee said the Tailevu players were offside and and quickly taken there by Tuniambula. Spins it out wide, and the big frame of Selo Simboko is caught 2 out from the Tailevu try line. And it is Nadroga desperately to go in for their first points. And it is Tailevu, what has the referee said? As he penalized the Nadroga Brigade. What is the problem there? And he's calling the Tailevu captain. In fact, he's awarded a penalty to the Nadroga pack for not releasing the tackle player as he lays on the ground. What option will the Nadroga players go for at this point in time, as we see a Tailevu player needing a medical attention? It seems that they will go for the uprights, as we are now gone almost 12 minutes into the first half, and this is an opportunity for Nadroga to draw first blood, as we see Ratunaisa Vatuinaruku to try and slot in Nadroga's first point. Tailevu should be very, very careful in giving easy penalty situations such as this to Nadroga, as we know that Ratunaisa has got skills, and he succeeded, and that has taken Nadroga's point now to 3. Nadroga 3 and Tailevu yet to score. Nadroga 3 and Tailevu yet to score. Still trying to fill each other out, these two teams, and of course they both undefeated. And it's early days yet for the two sides, as we wait for Amani Mbosinawai to start proceedings from center field once again. High it goes, waiting for that at the back is Ali Ferretti, but it's gone to the halfback who knocked the ball forward, Etoniambula, and the referee said it's penalized the Nadroga players as well for a foolish play. After that was knocked forward by Etoniambula, Nadroga players came in and also tried to contest for that ball. So it's an opportunity now for Tailevu to draw scores level at 3 points all, as we wait for Amani Mbosina, or is it actually Chaochi Ndakuvula? Chaochi Ndakuvula to try and score Tailevu's 3 points to draw level. It's approximately a 35-meter kick. He moves forward, he kicks, and it's drawn level, and it is Tailevu 3 and Nadroga 3. Tailevu 3 and Nadroga 3, as we now gone almost 15 minutes into the first half. And we say thank you to our kind sponsors, RB Patel. We make it easy, save time, save money, great range. Wonderful conditions prevail here at Ratu Dakambau Park in Nausori. Nadroga, of course, defending the town end, and Tailevu defending the airport end. At the back, waiting for that at the back now is the big frame of Moses Sivaswitonga. He manages to drive Nadroga defenders 4 meters upfield and spun up the back by Henry Seniloli. Henderson only gives it to Chauchu, decided to give a kick into open field, but at the back waiting for that also is Absalome. Absalome looking for his supporting player, and the Nadroga players doing the dance from the inside their own danger zone, and waiting for that at the back, calling for the release is Oteniambulu, spins it out wide now, gives it to the big frame of Selesi Rambo. Selesi Rambo finds the supporting winger of Aporosi Tambulawaki. He's taken to the field, playing halfback. Iseru Dakambao gives it and does a miss pass, and it's Nadroga still with the ball, but stolen by the Tailevu Brigade. Tailevu stolen that ball from Nadroga, and it's with Henry Seniloli, decides to spin it out wide, and it's been dropped by Nemani Turangaulu. Nemani Turangaulu has dropped the ball after it was stolen from the Nadroga Brigade, and it's going to be, what is the referee said, will they take the first knock forward, which was by the Nadroga Brigade, and it's going to be a scrummage. A scrummage it will be to Tailevu. Scrummage to take place approximately 8.5 meters into Nadroga territory. As we see the big Nadroga forwards waiting for the crouch call down the goal. We're waiting for the engagement call now by the referee. It is Henry Seniloli to put this ball into the scrummage situation, collected from the back and given out wide to Amani. Amani manages to fight the supporting player, and Chauchi Nakubula comes in support as well. It is still with the Tailevu, and at the back waiting for it, and stolen, but it's not stolen. It's been pushed back by the referee's rulings, and it's still with the Tailevu side. The Tailevu brigade knocked it forward, and it's definitely been, what is the referee said, stolen by the Nadroga side. And it's gone back to the Tailevu side, and it's now been taken by Chekelalai, the big frame of Chekelalai, but it's caught. Nadroga doing their very best to contain this Tailevu onslaught. They are 5 meters out from Nadroga 22. And still with Tailevu trying their very best to go past the 22-meter line. Now they are on the Nadroga 22-meter line, waiting for that. The back is Henry Seniloli. Henry Seniloli finds the supporting players of Moses Sevasu Tonga, and is Henry Seniloli directing his forwards to come behind him and wait for the release from the rack. And down it goes. The Tailevu players, they managed to go 5 meters up Nadroga's territory, but it's still been stolen by Nadroga. Wonderful steal that was by the Nadroga players. A kick from the back by Etuniambula. Etuniambula didn't find much ground, but it's taken by Nadroga. Wonderful take there by the Nadroga brigade, spun out wide now. Nadroga still with the ball. It's given out now to Waisia. Waisia finds the supporting Aprosa Tambulawaki. This is a danger man. This Aprosa Tambulawaki is taken into the ground. Waiting for that at the back now is Raturesa Watinoruku playing halfback temporarily. Gives it out wide to Ravai. Ravai had almost an intercept that time around by the big frame of Tevita Rambukuanga. And in the process of taking that pass, intercepting that pass, he knocked it forward, and Nadroga should have counted themselves lucky, as there was no defender at the back. And of course, Tevita Rambukawanga has the caliber to go for the try line. It's going to be a scrummage to the Nadroga side. Scrummage, it will be to the Nadroga side, 5 out from the far touch line, and approx 9 out from the halfway line. In it goes, waiting for it and calling for the release is halfback Etuniambula. Etuniambula finds the supporting player of Ratunaisa. Ratunaisa gives it out wide now to Chonetani, and Chonetani finds the supporting player of Aprosa Tambulawaki, and Aprosa Tambulawaki has been bundled out of the field of play and gone out approximately 3 meters out from center field and on the broadcast touchline. This is a very, very dangerous Nadroga backline, as they can set up attack from anywhere on the playing field. Whilst we would expect Tailevu to keep play up front, it is Nadroga who would opt for an open play field. And it's Tevita Rambukawanga to throw. It's a short throw out, and it seems it's not a throw in, and what as the referee said, it's going to be a scrummage definitely to the Nadroga side, after that was ruled not straight. As we have Seru Dakambao now to throw the ball into the field of play, and down it goes wonderfully, and incoming the big frame of, by the looks it was Silo Sirambo. He gives it now to Ratunesa. Ratunesa at Nadroga now dancing towards the Tailevu 22-meter line. Nadroga still with the ball, waiting for that at the back. Now it's Chonetani Ratu playing halfback for the Nadroga side temporarily. Down they go again for the ruck. Once again at the Nadroga side, Ratunesa. Ratunesa is still with the ball. The march now 2 meters out of Nadroga of Tailevu's 22. It is Ratunesa again. Now Ratunesa. Nadroga still with the ball, controlled by the looks. He's knocked it forward, but the referee said it was pushed backwards. And Nadroga trying desperately to retain the ball, and the referee said the ball wasn't released by the Tailevu player and taken quickly that time by Tailevu. Luckily, there was only one advancing player from the Tailevu side, and referee said there's a dive into a ruck situation, and it's going to be a penalty once again. Penalty once again to the Tailevu side, approximately 8 out from the Nadroga try line, and approx 3 to the right of the right hand upright. This is going to be very easy. either for Amani Mbosinawai or Chaochi Ndakubula. It's going to be a gift, 3 points to Tailevu. As we now gone almost 20 minutes into the first half, and the teams are drawn 3-all. As we wait for Chaochi to, and is successful with that kick, taking Tailevu's tally now to 6. Tailevu 6 and Nadroga 3. Tailevu 6 and Nadroga 3 as we now gone almost 21 minutes into the first half. Bulk of this Tailevu side were of course playing with Suva in last year's competition, and of course we have had some players from Rewa and of course some from Naitasiri who are now playing for Tailevu. And waiting for that back is Chaochi by the looks. He decides to kick that into open field, and will that roll into the and it's gone out of the field of play, and they will definitely bring that back. And after that was kicked from inside the Tailevu 22, so it's going to be either a scrummage inside the Tailevu's 22 or a line out. They've gone in for a scrummage inside the Tailevu's 22. One of those ELV rules come into effect at that point in time. Scrummage it will be to Nadroga. And scrummage is Amita out from Tailevu's 22 and approx 23 out from the broadcast touchline. In it goes, controlling wonderfully there is Asel Mbokos, gives it out wide, but he's been caught in his attempt to take the ball himself. At the back waiting for it is Apisolamu, who took it and is taken in a tackle once again. Nadroga trying their very best to control that ball. And it is the little Etuniambula directing his bigger forwards, and at back is Ratuseru Dakambau. And he's also taken in a tackle. Nadroga trying their very best, and at the back is Etuniambula. This opts to take the short side. And they've gone down once again for Raket Etuniambula, calling for the release. Taken by Ulayasi Lawavo. Lawavo 5 meters out from the Tailevu 22, but they've knocked the ball forward quickly. Are the Tailevu forwards taking the ball, the spilled ball from Nadroga. And it is Henry Seniloli who decides to give it out to Amani Mbosinawai, who tries to kick it into open field, and he's succeeded. And will it go out of the field of play once again? And once again, what is the referee's ruling by the looks? It's gone. It may come back to where the kick was taken from, and is waiting for the assistant judges call on that regard. In that regard, and he's said it's gonna take the field, the scrummage again. That's twice that Tailevu has done that now. That is probably because of the strong wind that is behind the Tailevu team. My own calculation, this would probably be a 20 knots wind that is behind Tailevu at this point in time. Tailevu should take advantage, full advantage that this wind is giving them, as we wait for the crouch call by the referee. Down they go, and it is Etuniambula once again to feed the ball into the scrummage, controlling the Selimboko, and it's Selimboko who's still with the ball, and he spilled it backwards. The referee said it's given to Ratunaisa. Ratunaisa finds the supporting player of Jonathan Ratu by the looks from this angle, and what has the referee said is once again given a penalty to the Tailevu side. Penalty it will be to the Tailevu side after one of the Nadroga players dived into the ruck situation. This is the kind of advantage that Tailevu should always take going in for a touchline in penalty situations such as this. Wonderful kick that was, and that is taking play now. That has taken play now to approximately 12 meters inside Nadroga territory, and line-out will take place on the far touchline. Line out it will be to Tailevu on the far touchline, and it is David Rambukawanga to throw the ball into the line out situation. Jumping high above the rest is Aminia Sinava, but it's been knocked forward by Henry Seniloli, and there's also a tackle there, high tackle by the looks, but it's Nadroga now with the ball, gives it out to Waisea. Waisea has gone into Tailevu's 10-meter line. Playing her back temporarily now is Ratunaisa, and Ratunaisa in the process of trying to take the ball from the ruck situation has knocked the ball forward, so it's going to be a scrummage. Scrummage it will be to the Tailevu side. Scrummage it will be to the Tailevu side after the ball was knocked forward by Nadroga's Ratunesa Vatuinaruku. As we say thank you to our kind sponsors RB Patel. We make it easy, save time, save money, great range. It is Henry Seniloli to feed the ball into the scrummage situation. In it goes, controlling at the back is Esir Vueti, calling for the release is Seniloli, gives it out wide now to Amani Bosenawai, decides to kick from deep in his own territory, and finding the supporting play of Manuel Ingande, and the ball has gone out of the field of play, and the referee has actually penalized the Nadroga player after he pushed the oncoming Tailevu player off the path of the ball. Will they go for the touchline once again, or do they have this formidable kicker? And of course, they would like to use the wind that is behind them at this point in time and go for the uprights. It's going to be approximately a 55 or even more, a 57, 58, even 60-meter kick, as this is an angled kick to take place approximately 10 out from the far touchline and approximately 2 meters into Tailevu territory. And once again, Chauchi Ndakubula will try and split the uprights. As we now gone almost 28 minutes into the first half, by the looks of things, that he has pushed it to the right of the right and upright, and will start things over again from Nadroga's 22. Nadroga to restart proceedings from their own 22-meter line after Chauchi Ndakubula pushed that penalty to the right of the right-hand upright. Ratunesa Vatuinaruku to start proceedings from inside his own 22, waiting for that at the back. Inia Tukere is taking a tackle, but manages to release the ball to Ndaveta. Ndaveta is taking in a tackle, still with the Tailevu brigade, and from the back Henry Seniloli, and the reverse pass now to Amani Bosenawai, decides to go for a drop goal and is pushed it to the left of the left and upright. That is wonderful thinking by the Tailevu brigade, Amani Bosenawai, especially at this point in time, as they could take as much advantage of the breeze that is coming behind them. This is the battle of the undefeated, and by the end of this afternoon's encounter, we will know which one of these two teams will still have the tag as the undefeated. And once again, they tried to go for the drop goal, but has gone short and to the left of the left and upright. They decided to attack from deep inside their own 22-meter line. They caught 5 out from their own 22. It is still with the Nadroga brigade at the Niambula. Spins it out wide now to almost an intercept. Intercept there by the big frame of Turanga Ulu. And it's still with Tailevu. Tailevu now hot on attack. And waiting for it, playing halfback is the big frame of John Dakuitonga. He's decided to leave things alone. And once again, there was an intercept by the Nadroga side, but the referee said they were offside, and is given a penalty to Tailevu. Penalty it is to Tailevu after the Nadroga defenders failed to retreat. They were offside. And the referee said that the ball was also spilled forward by the Tailevu side after they tried to take a quick penalty. As I was saying earlier on, the Tailevu side should have taken as much advantage of the breeze that is behind them. That could have been another easy 3 points for them. Could have taken their tally to 9, but nonetheless they opted to go for that quick one, and that has resulted in the spill forward and now a scrummage to the Nadroga side, still in their own danger zone. And it's the Nadroga still trying their very best to maintain possession, playing soccer with that temporarily Silas Rambo. And it's spun out wide to Thomas Isevo, is taken and tackled a meter out from Nadroga's 22. Now Chao Chindakubula comes into the field of play as we see the big frame of Manueli. Manueli gives it now to Chao Chindakubula, trying their very best. Now it is Seniloli. Seniloli calling for the release of the ball and gives it out now to the big from Evinia to carry. It is Tailevu still with the ball once again. Henry Seniloli calling for the release. And as we see the Tailevu forwards forming themselves up there for a onslaught towards the Nadroga 22. Calling for the release once again is Henry Seniloli, who gives it inwards and gives it to Inia to carry. Yeah, they don't seem to be finding any ground, but now they've managed to walk 5 meters into the Nadroga 22 meter line, spins it out wide now to Amani Bosenawai. Amani Bosenawai sees Vitau. Vitau gives it out to Ngande, and Ngande has gone in as Simpson Takubula. What is the referee said? Is almost on the try line. Is almost, in fact, they've gone into the try line by, according to referee's decision, it was held up. Wonderful display of running rugby, this time now by Tailevu, as the ball was spun along the back line, and as we see Sanaila Vitau going there to the right to help his comrades, and almost resulting in a try for the Tailevu side. As we wait for the decision by the referee, what has the referee said? Has he given a penalty to the Nadroga side? I'm not particularly sure. Was it a double movement? By the looks that it was a double movement by the Tailevu player that has now resulted in a penalty to Nadroga. Relieving penalty, it will be to the Nadroga side. As we now gone almost 35 minutes into this first spell. And will they find touch? Yes, they have definitely found touch a meter out from their own 22 meter line, and the line out will take place from the far touch line. Line out, it still will still be to the Nadroga side. And to throw the ball in is Ratuseru Lakumbao, taken wonderfully there by the captain Rupeni Nasinga. And what as the referee said, wasn't it straight, as he gives an advantage signal, but no, he's telling he's gone actually to the Tailevu side in support. That time now is Aminia Sinava. He's gone into Nadroga 22, and there's a double knock on, and of course the first knock on was by Nadroga and the second one was by Tailevu. So he's going to go for the first knock on, and it will be a scrummage to the Tailevu side. Scrummage, it will be to Tailevu right on Nadroga's 22 meter line at approx 15 out from the far touch line. As we wait for Henry Seniloli to put the ball into the scrummage situation, and it goes controlling wonderfully. There's Esira. As Esira gives it now to Henry Seniloli, finds the supporting player of the oncoming Tailevu supporting player, but they've been taken onto the ground. And Joe Ndakuitonga still with Tailevu, but has it been stolen by Nadroga now? By the looks, it was knocked forward by Tailevu, and in the process, Nadroga will now get a scrummage. Defensive scrummage, it will be to the Nadroga side. As we see slippery ground as a result of rain last night in the Delta, but nonetheless the ground has held firm, And in it goes as we see Tailevu once again spin the scrum right around, and they've decided to kick from the base of that ruck situation to Nimbula, waiting for it at the back. His Chawachu spills it backward, and gives it out wide now, and they've decided to kick that into no man's territory, and it's found by Aprosa Tambulawaki. This is what Tailevu shouldn't do, as these Nadroga players can attack from anywhere on the field. They very quick to support each other in this field of play. Wonderful up and under there by Ratunaisa, but at the back waiting for it is Ndaveta. What has the referee said? Was he tackled after he had kicked the ball? And it's definitely going to be a penalty to the Tailevu side after the kicker was tackled after he had kicked the ball. And the referee will award a penalty to the Tailevu side to where the ball landed, and that is approximately 2 meters out from Nadroga's 22-meter line, and approx 8 out from the far touch line. As we see a yellow card now be flashed to the Nadroga player who committed that foul. I will confirm to you in a short while who the player is who's been given a yellow card. Yellow card, it is 14 against 15 now. It is in fact Kalivati who's been given a yellow card and will spend a 10 minutes rest in the sin bin. Kalivati has been flashed a yellow card by the referee after a late tackle on the Tailevu kicker. As we wait for Chao Chindakuvula once again to try slot in the extras for the Tailevu side. He moves forward, he kicks, and it's gone in, and Tailevu has now extended their lead to 9 points. It is Tailevu 9 and Nadroga 3. Tailevu could have been up by a bigger margin if they had been opting for the uprights. As it is now, it is Tailevu 3 and Nadroga. It is Tailevu 9, Tailevu 9 and Nadroga 3. And restart from the midfield once again, waiting for that at the back as Inya to carry is taken in a tackle. And in control are the Tailevu bigger forwards. And spun out wide now to Henry Seniloli to Amani Mbosinawai, who decided to punt in to kick into open field. At the back waiting for it is Apros Tambulawaki from inside their own, just outside their own 22. They've knocked the ball forward, and what does the referee said? Will they bring them back for a knock-on? He's going to bring them back for a knock-on. A knock-on it will be, and that is 5 meters out from Nadroga's 22-meter line, and approx 25 out from the far touch line. Nadroga's backline doesn't seem to be clicking at this point in time, as that ball was spilled forward by the Nadroga backline in their endeavor to do things very quickly from just outside their own 22-meter line. We welcome you if you've just joined us on this live broadcast coming away from Ratutakumpa Park here in Nosori. This is the battle of the undefeated Tailevu against Nadroga. And of course, Tailevu has won 6 out of 6, and Nadroga has won 5 out of 5. We say thank you to our kind sponsors, RB Patel. We make it easy, save time, save money, great range. And of course, you can watch this encounter later on tonight on FBC TV at approximately 10:30. The referee has called them now as they needed some water to cool things down and some medical attention for the both sides, and the referee is calling them now. Come on, let's start play again. And it's going to be 5 meters out from the Nadroga's 22-meter line and 25 out from the far touch line. Scrummage it will be to Tailevu, and it is Henry Seniloli to feed the ball into the scrummage situation. In it goes, but the referee said, let's stand up and let's do this all over again. It is very evident that the Tailevu bigger forwards are controlling things up front. And they can twist the scrum whenever the Nadroga forwards, whenever it is Nadroga's turn to put the ball into the scrum situation. They're holding firm the Nadroga, the Tailevu forwards, and controlling wonderfully the back is Esi Ravueti. Now they decided to go give it to Amani Mbosenawai, who opts to go for a drop goal, but he fails, and at the back waiting for it is Absalome. He goes for a high one, and will it find touch? Waiting for that at the back is Mani Turangaulu. Gives a dummy, and it's Turangaulu now with the ball. It kicks it forward, waiting for that at the back, and it's been caught also is Absalome Tambulawaki, and it's been bundled out of the field of play right on the 22-meter line. And wonderful play that was by this big Nemani Turangaulu, who kicked in from Nadroga's own 10-meter line, and at the same time it was caught by this bigger gentleman as Absalome tried to clear things from inside his own danger zone. Taken by Tailevu once again. Amani Mbosenawai up in support is Inia. Inia is taken in a tackle. Also coming in support Henry Seniloli, but it's been stolen by Nadroga. Nadroga has stolen the ball. It's been kicked forward by Waisia has found Nadroga Tailevu's 22-meter line. At the back waiting for it is the winger Sanaila, and Sanaila has stumbled and is fallen into the ground as he tries to kick the ball from his own danger zone. Nadroga playing touch rugby at this point in time, but the referee has ruled at the forward pass and has gone back to the initial penalty of after the Tailevu player fouled in that process. Will they go for the upright or will they go for the touchline? Penalty it is to the Nadroga side. It's been quite a while since Nadroga visited Tailevu's 22-meter area. They've opted to go for the uprights. It's going to be an acute angle kick, and it's approximately be a 35-meter kick, as this will be taken right from the far end, and that is approximately 7 out from the far touchline and right on Tailevu's 22-meter line. Ratunaiza Vatunaruku has the caliber to slot in this particular penalty. He poises, looks off his left shoulder, moves backward and moves forward. He kicks. High it goes, and he slotted that in. But the Tailevu player still to run things from inside this 22, and actually the play has gone in. We in shambles over here as the touch judge has ruled that the kick has gone in, and the referee has said let's continue from inside the 22, and we will definitely have to bring this back as the Nadroga players has actually stood back after the referee. The linesman has ruled the penalty going over, but the referee has said let's continue play, and that has resulted in Tailevu's try. And now they're having a little discussion, a little conference after the things were not clear as to the decisions that were made by the people in control. That was James Mbolambiu and the assistant judges, assistant referees, should I say. Actually, the Tailevu players may have thought that will include the referee, that the try has been scored, but definitely they will have to go back and award the 3 points to the Nadroga players. They will definitely have to go back, and it's the referee who's now apologized to the Tailevu captain after he didn't see the assistant referees raising their flag to confirm the penalty has succeeded. What is the ruling now? We are not sure as to why the ruling has been given. I'm not particularly sure as to what is the conclusion of the points. This is the first time I'm seeing this, that the penalty had actually gone in by the one that was kicked by the Nadroga player, and later on Tailevu scored a try, and it's actually, by the looks of things, that is given the points to Tailevu, to Nadroga. So it's actually a 3-pointer to Nadroga that will now take their tally to 6, and Tailevu 9. As we now commentates a wonderful play there by Tomasilovo. Tomasilovo has gone inside that Nadroga's 22-meter line, but he's knocked the ball forward, and it is Nadroga trying to clear things from their own danger zone, and it would have been a try there to Tomasilovo, but Nadroga has managed to clear from their own danger zone, and it's still Tailevu struggling to take the ball. Chawochi fending off oncoming Nadroga defenders, and it's stolen by Nadroga now. Nadroga desperately trying to score a try, and it's still with Nadroga. Is given to the big frame of Ravai. Ravai has gone to the 22, but it's been pushed out of the field of play. Wonderful play. This is the sort of play that the Tailevu players should be very, very careful about, as even the bigger Nadroga forwards can run as fast as the backlines. The big frame of Ravai was pushed out just a couple of meters out from the Tailevu 22 with only one defender to beat. And it's going to be a line out now to the Tailevu side, 3 meters out from their own 22-meter line. Tevitaramboka, and it goes, and Tailevu controlling that wonderfully, calling for the releases, and Henry Seniloli coming into perspective now is Amanim Bosinawai, decides to sidestep oncoming Nadroga defenders, but maintaining the ball are the Tailevu forwards. Once again, Tailevu controlling from the back of the truck situation. And what will they do? They're moving around, but finally it's gone out to Chaochi. Chaochi clears from deep inside his own danger zone, waiting for that at the back is Aprosa Tambulawaki. Finds the supporting player now of Waisea. Waisea gives it out again to Aprosa, who decides to give an up and under at back, waiting for it is Chaochi, who manages to clear from inside his own 22-meter line. And referee said that's it. After that was kicked out by Chaochi, and referee said we'll go for a break. And as they go for a break, we will also go for a break, and we'll take you just before the commencement of the second half. A very good afternoon and welcome once again to Ratu Takambao Park here in Nosori. This is the battle of the undefeated. It is between Tailevu and, of course, last year's champions Nadroga. And we could quickly look at the stats. We say thank you to our telekeeper Simeone Komai Savusavu. Looking at the scrummages, Tailevu has had 5 scrummage against Nadroga 7. Lineouts, both teams are level at 4 lineouts each team winning 4 lineouts in the first half. And of course, 1 yellow card was flashed to a Nadroga player for a foul play. And quickly looking at the penalty, there were 5 penalties to Tailevu, and of course 5 to Nadroga as well. As we pick up commentary now and to the first minute of the second half, it is Seniloli who decides to kick from behind the ruck situation, and it's given it now to Aminesinava. Aminesinava has gone, taken field. It's once again kicked from the back of the ruck situation by Henry Seniloli. Henry Seniloli has found a play now 5 meters out from Nadroga's 22, and the Nadroga players have been penalized for diving into the ruck situation. Nadroga has been penalized for diving into the ruck situation, and they've signaled to go for the upright once again. So it's going to be Chaochi and Takuvula to try and convert this into points. By the looks, it's going to be a 30 to 35 meter kick, and that he will be kicking just 5 out from the broadcast touchline. and approx 20 out from the Nadroga's try line. This is a left-handed kicker, this gentleman. He's a left footer. Moves back and now he moves forward. He kicks and has he found it? No, it's gone to the right of the right hand upright, and the score remains at Tailevu 9 and Nadroga 6. Tailevu 9 and Nadroga 6. Neither team has managed to score a try at this point in time. All points has been coming by way of penalties. Trying his very best to kick a penalty from right on the halfway line is the big frame of Tomasi Sivo. It is Nadroga trying desperately to maintain possession and has given a penalty. Referee has given penalty to the Nadroga side. We will definitely see things liven up in a very short while, as we know that Nadroga tends to liven things up at the second half. Penalty it will be to the Nadroga side. Will they manage to find the line? No, definitely failed to find the line. Waiting for that at the back is Manuel Lingande. Gives it to the big frame of Esiravueti, playing captain for the Tailevu side. Once again now to Tailevu. It is now to Moses Eva Suitonga. Moses Eva to Suitonga really gives it back now to Henry Senulali. Gives it out wide to the big frame of Esiravueti. Esiravueti manages to take 8 meters upfield towards the Nadroga's 22. Nadroga trying their very best, but the referee said you came in from the side of the ruck and it's going to be a penalty. A penalty it will be to the Tailevu side. Penalty has been awarded to Tailevu after Nadroga players came in on an angle on the side of the ruck situation. Will they go for the uprights or will they go for the touchline? They've indicated they will once again go for the uprights. And it's Chaochi and Dakuvula once again to try and convert this into points. Chaochi and Dakuvula to try and convert this into points. It's even going to be a longer kick and approximately 40 to 45 meter kick. He poises once again, looks over his right shoulder. He's a left footer. This guy moves forward, he kicks, doesn't even have the height on that particular one, and has found Oisia. Oisia gives kicks from inside his 22, but it is now given by Thomas, who decides to kick it again, and at the back court is Ratunesa Vatunaruku. Ratunesa Vatunaruku up and quickly in support are the Nadroga forwards. At the back, Etoniambulo kicked it, but it's been caught by the Tailevu bigger forwards, but Nadroga manages to maintain possession. What is the referee rule this time around? Was it knocked forward by the Tailevu player? He's called them back, and they said it definitely was knocked forward by the Tailevu player. So it's going to be a relieving scrummage. Relieving scrummage it will be to the Nadroga brigade. Nadroga, of course, is now defending the airport end of Ratu Dakombo Park, and of course Tailevu defending the town end. Etoniambula puts it in, but the referee said let's stand up and let's do this all over again. There's some slippery surfaces out there, and he's called them to a drier ground, and is cautioning the two forwards, showing them the mark now, and has given them the crouch order. Waiting for the engagement call, Toniambula. In it goes, trying desperately the Nadroga players to control, and Toniambula has knocked it forward. Could have been a penalty to the Tailevu side, as that ball was spilled forward by Etoniambula, but was again caught by the Nadroga forwards, but the referee has given them the benefit of the doubt and has given a knock forward call, and it is now Tailevu with the scrummage. Taking scrummage, this will be to the Tailevu side, and it's approximately a 8 meter is 8 meters out from Nadroga's try line. And it's Tailevu controlling well at that point in time. It's still with Tailevu trying their very best to now form a maul, and they've definitely gone for a pick and drive. Given Dami pass that time, and Amani Masinawai is caught in a tackle. It's Nadroga trying desperately, and the referee has called them back for a penalty after the offside play by the looks by the Nadroga side, and the referee said, well, let's bring it back. I haven't shown you the mark yet, and they will take it from the mark this time. And it is a 6 meter penalty, 6 meters out from Nadroga's try line, taken quickly there by Chekelalai, and stolen by Nadroga this time. Or as the referee said, they will come back and retake the penalty. By the looks that some of Nadroga's players were offside, so they will take it from the same spot once again. And what will the Tailevu forwards do this time around? Calling them together, and I think that is a better option, as we have the talent of this man, Chawachi Ndakubula, who can easily slot this for the Tailevu side. If Tailevu has been doing this every time they come into the Nadroga 22, they would have been definitely been up by a bigger margin. But as of now, it is Tailevu leading Nadroga by 9 points to 6. As we once again wait for Chauchin Dakubula. He poises once again, looks over his left shoulder, he moves back, and now he moves forward, he kicks, and he's pushed it by the looks, he's pushed it to the right, but definitely it's been pushed back by the wind, and that has now taken Tailevu's tally now to 12 and Nadroga 6. As I was saying earlier, if they had been doing this every time Nadroga is penalized in their own danger zone, Tailevu could have been up by a bigger margin. But as of now, Tailevu is leading Nadroga by 12.6. Neither team has managed to score a try. All points have been coming by way of penalty kicks. All points have been coming by way of penalty kicks. As we wait for proceedings to start from center field once again. At Tonyambula to start proceedings from center field once again. High it goes, waiting for that at the back is Esiravueta, but it's gone to Henry Saniloli, who kicks from his own inside his own danger zone as he managed to find the touchline. He's managed to find a touchline, and ball going out just 8 meters inside Tailevu's territory, and a line out will take place on the broadcast touchline. As we now wait for Tuseru Nakombao to go to throw the ball into the field of play. Wonderful throw that time, but as the ball has gone to the ground, but taking inside there by Chonatani Ratu, their captain. Marshalling their brigade, Chonatani Ratu spun out wide now to the supporting player of Ali Feredi. He's taken in a tackle, is dumped heavily into the ground. That is a huge one, a huge tackle by the Tailevu defenders, given out wide now to Layasi. He's once again, he's been bundled out of the field of play, and that is a show of strength there by the Tailevu brigade, and that has actually gone out, and the referee is showing asking for a caution by the Tailevu players as they tried to monster the Nadroga player out of the field of play. As we see Chekelalai needing medical attention now. As we definitely see things to liven up in this second half. This is the norm for Nadroga 15 to liven up things in the second spell. Tailevu will definitely want to maintain things up front, whereas Nadroga would love to spread it along the backline. Chekelalai needing medical attention at this point in time, as we're now gone almost 11 minutes into the second half. 11 minutes into the second half, and Tailevu leading Nadroga by 12 points to 6. This is the battle of the undefeated. Both of these teams have been undefeated so far in the Digicel Cup competition. Tailevu have won 6 out of 6, and of course Nadroga have won 5 out of 5. Nadroga, of course, is the undefeated champions of rugby in Fiji at this point in time, as they are the holders of the coveted Fair Brother Sullivan and of course the Digicel Cup. High up throwing in there, Stevita Rambukawanga, trying their very best. Nadroga to steal it. They've stolen it definitely from the Tailevu forwards, calling for the release at Nyambula and looking for the supporting player. He finds the supporting player. I notice that Keleto is actually Chone who's now gone into the field of play, and it's taken at the back that time by Chao Chintakubula. He gives it out one to Amani Mbosenawai. Mbosenawai gives it to Sanala Vitau, and he also finds Tomasi. Tomasi goes towards the Nadroga 22, but it's stolen at the back there by Nadroga. They decided to kick into no man's territory. Speeding at the back now, running like a wing is David Rambukawanga, but also coming the Nadroga attackers. And also Seruda Kumbau, who's running like a backline player as well, but it's been spilled forward by the Nadroga player as he was tackled. Waiting for that at the back is Ndaveta Korita Kali. Korita Kali and gives it to more. In fact, it is Moses Vasutonga trying to play halfback there for the Tailevu side. They're trying to control things. The Tailevu forwards, they haven't found it easy as of this far. They're trying their very best. The Tailevu players calling for the release is Henry Seniloli. Calling for the release is Henry Seniloli as he kicks it from behind his own ruck situation, and the referee is actually penalized the Tailevu players after some shepherding play, and that has resulted in a penalty now to Nadroga. Penalty to Nadroga. This is definitely a kickable penalty in as far as the caliber of Ratunesa Vatunaruku is concerned. Penalty it will be, but they've definitely gone, opted to go for the touch line, and this man Chone has actually found a touch. Found a touch now, approximately 10 out from the corner flag, still on the broadcast touch line. Attacking line out, this will be to the Nadroga Brigade. Attacking line out, this will be to Nadroga as we wait for Ratuseru Dakambau. In it goes as Tailevu stolen it. No, it's still with Nadroga Mano Tamaya. And now it's at Nyambula's turn to Marshall is big forwards taken there at the back by Ravai, controlling, trying their best the Nadroga forwards, and it is Aselimboko calling the forwards to come and support the ball carrier. Nadroga still with the ball, and they are 7 meters out from Tailevu's try line, and they've gone for a pick and drive. It's still with the Nadroga side, calling for the release at Nyambula, and it gives it out wide now to Aselimboko. Aselimboko is taking in a tackle, and Ruck, now a Ruck is formed once again at Nyambula, calling for the backline. Now it's for your turn. He gives it out to the supporting player Valiferetti. He's taking a tackle, has knocked the ball forward, and it's definitely a knocked forward. Referee playing advantage for the time being, and they said carry on, and we see that the Tailevu number 8 Eseria Vueti has been bundled out of the field of play. It's actually Inia Tukere who was bundled out of the field of play, and it's going to be a line out. Line out it will be to Nadroga. Line out it will be to Nadroga. Taking line out, this will be approximately 18 out from the corner flag, still on the broadcast touchline. As the referee tells Seruda Kambau to hold on as he tries to push the Tailevu backline who are standing offside. As we wait, it goes, waiting for that up high. Up there is Rupeni Nasinga, Nadroga's captain, as we wait for Nyambula now to, is actually calling their forwards in to try and go for a pick and drive. They go once again for a pick and drive. The Nadroga players now is called his forwards to go to the side, to the open side, and is taken still with the Nadroga players. The big frame of Revise taken it 7 out from Tailevu's try line. Yeah, it is Etony Mbula. What has the referee said? Referee said it's okay. Let's continue with the play. Nadroga still with the ball. Gives it out to Chone. Gives it out wide now to Apros Tambulawaki. Tambulawaki's tackle 7 out from Tailevu's 22. Nadroga trying their very best to control in that drag situation. It is Ulayasi Lawabo. Now with the ball is gone to is given it now to Rupin Singer, the captain, by the looks from this angle. What has the referee said is penalize the Nadroga players for diving into the drag situation, losing feet and diving into the drag situation. So a relieving penalty it will be to the Tailevu side. Relieving penalty it will be to the Tailevu side. Luckily for the Tailevu side, and penalty now to take place approximately 7 out from the far touch line and 7 out from Tailevu's try line. Chao Chindakubula to try and clear from his own danger zone. We say thank you to our kind sponsors, RB Patel. We make it easy. Save time, save money, great range. Successfully found a touch. Approximately 15 into their own territory. As we see changes, now we see Apisai Ndomolelai now going into the field of play. Apisai Ndomolelai has now gone into the field of play, as we have seen Chone, who had actually gone in earlier during the second spell. He's actually replaced Sailosi Rambo. Apisai Ndomolelai is actually replaced Sailosi Rambo. And we quickly go into the stats. As we see so far, the scrummages, Nadroga has had 8 and Tailevu has had 6 scrummages. And quickly into the lineouts, Nadroga has got so far 7 lineouts and Tailevu has so far gotten 5. Play gone now 17 minutes into the second half. It is Tailevu 12 and Nadroga 6. Wonderfully tapped there by the Tailevu jumpers and kicked from the back of that line out by the Tailevu halfbacks, Henry Seniloli, but it's spun out wide now by Nadroga, finding the supporting player of Absalome. Absalome has found space and tries to kick it in, but it's been stopped by Chao Chindakuvula. Wonderful stoppage there by Chao Chindakuvula, but he's also been caught at the same time. And Nadroga trying to apply the choke tackle, but finally the ball carrier has gone down, but stolen by Nadroga. They have spread it amongst the backline, but it's Amano Tamai among the backline. Is giving it now to Chone. Nadroga still with the ball, and Nadroga has gone in for the first try. Nadroga has gone in for the first try, and that has taken the tally to 11. Wonderful play. This is what I had been saying from the first half. The Tailevu players are to be very, very careful with the qualities of these Nadroga players, because the forwards can run just as fast as the back line, and that has resulted in the first try being scored this afternoon. It is now Nadroga 11 and Tailevu 12. Nadroga 11 and Tailevu 12. As we wait for the attempt at the uprights to be taken by Chone on the far side. Attempt at the conversion to be taken by Chone at the far side to try and add the 2 extra points. It is now Tailevu 12 and Nadroga 11. The slimmest of margins. We will see which of these 2 teams will lose the tag as the undefeated team. As we wait for one of the Tailevu Impact players, Aisyen Ruma, to take the field of play. Has it gone in? By the looks, no. And the score remains at Nadroga 11 and Tailevu 12. We welcome you if you just joined us on this live commentary coming away from Ratu Thakombo Park here in Nausori. This is the matchup between the two undefeated teams so far in the Digicel Cup competition. That is Tailevu, who's won 6 out of 6, and Nadroga, who's won 5 out of 5. And start proceedings from center field is Amanim Bosenowai, tapped back there by the Nadroga forwards. At the back waiting for it is Etoniambula, but Nadroga have decided to go for the open field. Waiting for that at the back is Sanaila Vitau. And as he kicked it out of the field of play, it was actually pushed out by one of the Nadroga players, and that will result in a run out to the Tailevu players, and that will take place 2 meters into Tailevu territory on the far touchline. As we see Chovesa to run into the field of play now. We will confirm to you as to which player Chovesa has gone in to replace. By the looks, he has gone in to replace one of the wingers. We'll confirm that to you in a short while as well. But in the meantime, it is Tailevu with the ball. They've been tackled right on the, what has the referee said? It's a penalty to the Tailevu side. Penalty it is to the Tailevu side. And they opted to go for the uprights to try and increase their tally. It seems that Apisolome or maybe Kalivati has come off the field of play. I will confirm that to you in a short while. Chovesa has actually gone to replace Kalivati. I will confirm that to you in a short while. But Chaochi to take this 45-meter kick. He has the strength. Will he have the direction? No, it's just short, and he's pushed it to the left of the left-hand upright. And taken from the back there quickly is Chovesa. He's taken in a tackle 2 meters out from this 22. Coming quickly are the Nadroga supporting players. Calling for the release at the Niambula. Spins it out wide. And a lovely tap pass that time by Nadroga. He gives it out wide now to Mano Tamaya. He finds a supporting player by the looks that Kalivati is still in. And with playing halfback is Seru Tadakumbau. Nadroga trying desperately to go past the halfway line. Calling for the release again is Etoniambula. But the Nadroga forwards have decided to go for a pick and drive. Still with the Nadroga player. Now it's been distributed to Ratunesa Chonetani, and it's they've taken the impact player, and but still with Nadroga they've decided to go to the open territory, no man's land, and trying desperately. Has it gone out of the field of play? Yes, it's gone out of the field of play, but the penalty as well has been awarded to the Nadroga side after a later tackle to the person that had kicked the ball. And is called in the offender and has cautioned him. By the looks that was Nemani Turangaulu. And they will go in for the uprights as well, and they've called in Ratunesa Vatuneruku to go try and add the 2 extra points for the Nadroga side. Nadroga is trailing Tailevu by the slimmest of margins, that is 11 points to Tailevu's 12. As we now gone almost 24 minutes into the second half. It is Tailevu leading Nadroga by 12 points to the 11. We say thank you to our kind sponsors, RB Patel. We make it easy, save time, save money, great range. If this is successful, then it will take Nadroga's tally to 14. He lifts it up and he succeeded, and that has taken Nadroga's tally now to 14. Nadroga 14 and Tailevu 12. And of course the only try scored in the match so far is the one that was scored by Nadroga, and now the tally is 14 and Tailevu 12. All of Tailevu's points came in by way of penalty kicks. As we wait for proceedings to restart from center field once again, Amanim Bosenawai to start proceedings from center field. High it goes Waiting for it at the back is a big frame, Aselimboko. Kick from inside Nadroga's 22. Waiting for it at the back is Esira Vueti. Tailevu captain is let it to roll along the floor and is decided to run himself from inside his danger zone, but is caught by the big Nadroga forwards, Ravai and Ali Ferretti. It is Nadroga now trying desperately to try and secure that ball from the ruck situation, but at the same time Tailevu has managed to secure the ball and Chao Chintakubula to try and clear it from his own 22. Waiting for it at the back is Owaisia. Gives it out wide now to Ratunesa. Ratunesa now it is with Apisalome. The referee said it was lost backward. It's still with Nadroga. Right on the halfway line. Coming in there to Nembula. It is actually Ratunesa. Gives it out wide. And a kick along the floor by the impact player Choni. But finding the Tailevu fullback Chao Chintakubula, has he found a touch? No, he's actually rolled back into the field of play. Nadroga from just out of their own 22. It is Ratunesa. Ratunesa has managed to find the defending Thomas Sivo of Tailevu. Sivo runs towards the Nadroga 22, but it's called and it's in the ruck situation now. Calling for the release now is the temporary Tailevu halfback by the looks. It's Amani. It's still with the Tailevu side, but it's been lost forward. What has the referee said? It was raked backwards. It was, in other words, it was a handle ball in a ruck situation, and that will now result in a penalty to the Tailevu side. And they've once again opted to go for the uprights. Will their earlier decisions to go for the touchline haunt this Tailevu side, as they were kickable opportunities that were awarded to them in the first half? And it is Chao Chintakubula once again. Remember, they have also another formidable kicker in their lineup in Amani Mbosinawai. But they still opted to go with Chao Chintakubula to try and add in the extras for this Tailevu side. He kicks, and once again it's short, and it is kicked it to the right of the right hand upright. Nadroga to start proceeding once again from inside their own 22 with a 22-meter dropout. It is this Tailevu team should start controlling and controlling things amongst the forwards, as we've now gone 30 minutes into the second half. They should play tight amongst the forward and try and roll it upwards towards the Nadroga try line. But we've also seen another Tailevu impact player, Aserin Ruma. That is a very, very dangerous play from where I am sitting, but the referee has let play continue. It is Tailevu still with the ball. They've gone now into Nadroga's 22. Tailevu trying desperately to score their first try in this encounter, and probably this Asian Ruma is going in to replace Henry Soniloli as the halfback. It is still with the Tailevu forwards. Tailevu trying desperately to control that ruck situation, and they've marched Nadroga backwards by 2 meters. Still controlling the ball are the Tailevu forwards. They've actually gone into the ground, but at the back waiting for that is the big framerate of Chekelalai. Is it Chekelalai or is it Joan Dakuitonga? Tailevu restructuring from their own ruck situation, trying desperately to maintain possession, but the looks have lost it. Have they lost it? No, they're still holding on to possession. Holding on to possession are the bigger Tailevu forwards, and calling for the Tailevu forward to spread out and playing halfback temporarily at that point in time is their captain Esira. And now going in is Amani Mbosinawai to play halfback. Gives it now to the supporting player by the looks of Aminiasi. It is Tailevu still with the ball. Coming in from the side are the Nadroga defenders, and the referee has given an advantage call, and it's going to be an advantage definitely to the Tailevu side after the Nadroga defender came in on the side of the rack. This is a gift of 3 points to the Tailevu side, and if this is successful, it will take their tally to 15 and Nadroga 14. That was a silly play by the Nadroga player after coming in on the side of the ruck situation. We now gone almost 31 minutes into the second half. It is Tailevu. It is Nadroga leading Tailevu by 14 points to 12. The only try scored in the match so far was the one that was scored by Nadroga, and that is successful, and that has taken Nadroga's Tailevu's tally rather to 15 and Nadroga 14. Tailevu 15, Nadroga 14 after that successful penalty. We welcome you if you've just joined us on this live commentary that's coming away from Ratu Thakambo Park here in Nausori. It goes from Nadroga, waiting for that at the back, senior to carry, but it's stolen by the looks. It's Stevie Tarambukawanga. Trying desperately enjoy the Kuitonga to support the ball carrier. Playing halfback now is Aisia Ndruma, who's actually gone in to replace Henry Seniloli. Still with Tailevu, Aisia Ndruma once again trying to clear from the base of the rack. Gives it out right now to Paula Rayawa. Paula Rayawa has actually gone into the field of play. An impact player, Paula Rayawa. Once again, it is Henry Seniloli calling for the release from the back of the truck situation. Gives it out to the big frame of Deveta Korita Kali. He's tackled 5 out from the halfway line. Calling for the release once again is the replacement halfback Aisia Ndruma. Tailevu has managed to dive past the halfway line. Has it been stolen? Referee said no, it's okay. Taken by the big frame of Chekelala. It takes 2 men to bring this big man down, and it is actually Aisia Ndruma playing halfback now. He's replaced Henry Seniloli. Gives it out to the big frame once again of John Dakuitonga. Advantage call to the Tailevu side. Still with the Tailevu, still with the ball, and still advantage call to the Tailevu side. They managed to take that kick. Again, Tailevu still with the ball, gives it out now to another impact player. It's Manasa Tundrak, who's now in the field of play, still going into the field of play. And Chekelala has actually been bundled out of the field of play. Chekelala has actually been bundled out of the field of play. As we see Kelato Lomboilangi will go into the field of play. What is the referee's call now? Is he penalizing the Nadroga brigade? He's actually penalized the Nadroga player. And once again, Tailevu captain Esira Vueti has pointed to the uprights, and it's going to be an attempt once again by Chaochi Ndakuvula to try and add the extra points. It is Tailevu leading Nadroga at this point in time by 15 points to 14. 15 points to 14. It is to Tailevu. This is going to be a 42-43 meter kick. As it drives it, has it got the distance, has it got the direction? No, it's got the distance, but it's failed to find the direction. Nadroga to try and play it from inside their own danger zone. And what has the referee said? It is a forward pass. That is silly play. That is what that can happen, and has actually happened. That was a forward pass from deep into their own 22, and that has resulted in a scrummage to the Tailevu side. As we see Meli Kaisau and Keleto Lomboilangi now going into the field of play. Keleto will definitely replace Etoni Mbula. And I will confirm to you in a short while who has other impact players gone on to replace. In it goes from the scrummage and gives it out wide, and now to Sunia. Sunia is taken in a tackle, 5 out from the Nadroga try line. Calling for the support at the back is a replacement halfback Aisen Ruma. It is still with the forwards, trying his very best. Esirovweti is taken a tackle, 5 out from Nadroga's try line. Tailevu trying their very best, and gives it back to John Takuitonga. John Takuitonga is tackled as well. Tailevu trying their very best to control the ball and maintain possession. Going in amongst the forwards, Nemani Turangaulu, the big frame of Nemani Turangaulu, and they opted to go for the drop goal, and that has failed miserably, the attempt by Sunia Mbainivalu to try and convert that into 3 points from that penalty, but has actually failed. Nadroga to take it quickly from their own 22-meter line. Is it going to touch? No, taken by Tailevu. No, actually, it is actually gone out of the field of play in that quick 22 dropout, and it's going to be a line out. Line out it will be to Tailevu. Line out to take place from the far touchline and right on the 10-meter line. Line out it will be, and Tailevu's Tevita Rambukawanga to throw into the field of play. It doesn't seem straight from this angle. What has the referee said? Yes, it wasn't definitely straight, so he's waiting for Nadroga's call. They have opted to go for the scrummage, and the scrummage it will be right on the 10-meter line. And 15 out from the far touchline. Scrummage it will be, and this time replacement halfback. Nadroga's replacement halfback, Keloto Lomboilangi, to put the ball into the scrummage situation. Keloto Lomboilangi, a very familiar name in the Sevens world, one of the members of the team that won the 1984 Hong Kong Sevens, that was coached by Ian Duncan. And is spun out wide now amongst the Nadroga backlines. Waiting for that is Keloto Olombalangi once again. Gives it out to the big frame of Rupenina Singh, Nadroga's captain, who was greeted by a very aggressive tackle by one of the Tailevu players. Spun out wide now, missed 3 passes by the Nadroga players, and Tailevu should be very careful with this kind of enterprising play that has always been employed by the Nadroga players, but that time around they failed to click, and that has resulted in a spill forward. So a scrummage it will be to the Tailevu side. Tailevu should keep their heads cool if they want to come out victors, because some of the Nadroga playing tactics could frustrate you and take you off course. A spill forward by Nadroga, and that has now resulted in a scrummage to the Tailevu side. Scrummage to form right on the far side, and at the back is Aisen Ruma, but fails to find the supporting player. But Tailevu still with the ball, and they've gone to the ground. Tailevu has managed to secure themselves a penalty after the tackling player did not release the tackled player. So it's going to be a penalty to the Tailevu brigade. And what will Esirovweti, Tailevu's captain, opt to go this time? He's opted to go for the touchline, and it is Chao Chindakubula to kick that into touch. As he found touch midway 22 and 10-meter line on the far territory, the far touchline rather. Tevita Rambukawanga to feed the ball into the scrummage situation. It is Tailevu 15 and Nadroga 14. Quick tap down that time by Tailevu. Tailevu trying their very best to control the ball, as we've now gone almost 38 minutes into the second half, and it is Tailevu 15 and Nadroga 14. Tailevu 15 and Nadroga 14. Tailevu controlling the ball amongst the backline. Probably that is the best option they could do at this point in time, to try and put the ball, maintain the ball amongst the forwards, as they are now leading with the slimmest of margin by 15 points to 14. It is Tailevu still with the ball. Have they lost it forward? They've definitely lost forward. Now it is their chance to try and stop this Nadroga Brigade along the back line. Nadroga, but they've been caught right on center field. And at the back waiting for it is Keleto Lomboilangi into the supporting Nadroga player who gives it amongst. Now it is still with Nadroga, by the looks it's Ratunesa Watinaruku. Gives it back now to the Keleto Lomboilangi, and now Chone. Chone is giving that to the big winger of Prosa, is it? What is the referee said? It was pushed forward. It was a forward pass once again by the enterprising Nadroga backline, and that is lucky for the Tailevu side. Scrummage it will be once again to the Tailevu side, right on the Nadroga 10-meter line, and the clock 7 out from the far touchline. Scrummage it will be to the Tailevu side after a forward pass by the Nadroga players. We've gone now almost 40 minutes into the second half, and Tailevu still leading Nadroga by the slimmest of margin, that is 15 points to 14. Tailevu still maintaining the ball amongst the forward, and they seem to be doing just that. And it is advisable to do just that. Keep the ball amongst the forward and try and kill as much time. Tailevu controlling the ball amongst the forwards as we see rain starting to drizzle down. Tailevu still with the ball, but they pushed it back. That was a knock forward, and that should have been a penalty. And it's all over. And it's all over. It is now Tailevu who is undefeated, and Tailevu has just defeated Nadroga by 15 points to 13. But all of Tailevu's points came by way of penalty kicks. The only try that was scored in the counter was the one that was scored by Nadroga. So at the end of the game this afternoon, it is Tailevu